Estate agents and property developers in Hartbeespoort say they hope improving conditions in the popular town on the banks of Hartbeespoort Dam will entice those keen to buy property in the area. The northwest town is again starting to see some tourists coming through. Malungelo Booi is in Harties for us. Malu, earlier we spoke and you were speaking to some property developers in the area. What are they saying just about how interested that area still is while post, the heavy lockdown and COVID-19?
I mean, everyone that you speak to here, Unati, is a bit excited because, I mean, it's been a long time. Many people in this community are starting to see the kind of activity that we have been seeing since our arrival here. The main road is packed with cars and people coming to the dam, but you can also see in areas like this park where we are. I'm gonna try and see if now can show you that there's people on my right that are literally just out and enjoying the day. Last year, Unati, when we were here, this place was completely quiet. It was as if it's deserted because the hyacinth was actually quite high and people could actually not enjoy any activities in this dam. But how did the community manage to get this dam to where it is, to the current state where it is? It's actually looking clean and you can see that there's some boats into the water. Well, I want to bring in Casper Kruger. He's part of the Hartbeespoort Dam's Rehabilitation Steering Committee. Casper, thank you so much for your time. How did you guys manage to get this dam to look like it's looking right now?
We thank you very much for the opportunity to speak about this. It's our passion. Hartbeespoort Dam has got the most beautiful residents and community you ever find. Yeah. Especially from my side, I can say that when we started Hartbeespoort Rehabilitation Steering Committee, the dam was about 38% covered by hyacinths. Yeah. And we know we must drastically make a difference, and we all stand together. That's how we started Hartbeespoort Rehabilitation Steering Committee, with the community-driven people, spending money, sending us money, update us every time where's what. Everybody was just working together as a community. The wonderful people you meet and at that time was so beautiful. Yeah. And this is where we've got a dam now. Yeah. Even Rhodes University bring us some bugs and it's like a test, to test it. And then after before the winter, it kills about 98% of the hyacinths that was left. There's about 2% left on the dam.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things, though, Casper, that we know with hyacinth is that it sort of disrupt the ecosystem of the dam. So what's going to happen? Are there plans to bring back some of the indigenous species that, lived here?
Definitely, thanks very much. It's a long-term project, so the hyacinths was our first problem to get rid of them because they cover the area so there's no breeding of fish. Yeah. Indigenous species of fish start getting less and less, and there's bad, some exotic species of fish that's wrong and eats the last fish. So we now want to go back and see if we can introduce new red-breasted tilapia, banded tilapia, Mozambique tilapia. It's all indigenous fish that's supposed to be in the dam to actually clean the vegetation and the reeds and the hyacinths. Yes, help to control it.
How then are we going to, I mean, with the warmer months, it's already warm, and one of the things that we learned from last year was that when it's warm, the hyacinth thrive. How then are you going to make sure that it doesn't thrive and disrupt the economy of this town again?
We've got a community now that understands, that says, listen, before it gets out of hand, let's now already everybody do their part right around the dam, all the estates, shoreline owners and people, they're all taking out hyacinths full time and spend their own money. So we control it, by the way, before it's getting out of hand. And then with fish we can control it better. I think, and then there's some more bugs that we want to breed as a test again, maybe from our fishery side, and then introduce them again.
Yeah. I mean, when we spoke last day, you were saying that you guys would need about 5 million rand to clean this dam. Did you get that 5 million rand?
No, we didn't get that 5 million. But I think, thanks God, here we are today without the 5 million. It was all community, and I want to say thanks to my community. I want to say thanks to everybody who feels the passion about our dam and our nature. The 5 million was also not only for us, and it's for fish. It's a long-term project, you know. Even the Gilnet people must stop poaching.
Yeah. All right, Casper, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That's Casper Kruger Unati there. He's part of the steering committee of these dams, really, which residents have formed to sort of like to make sure that it remains clean, it remains exactly the way it is. Remember, most people that you would speak to here will tell you about how important this dam is for the economy of this community.
In fact, Malu, I liked what your guest said about it being a community-driven initiative. They didn't get the money that they needed to help fix that dam, but through community, that dam managed to be clean as it is today. Reminds me of an interview that we had with Hitakani, who is following the Minister of Tourism at the moment. And the Minister of Tourism is encouraging South Africans, you know, to be friendlier and accommodating to tourists that are visiting the country. How's the mood and the spirit there where you are, Malu, in terms of that community-driven spirit?
In fact, Unati, there was a gentleman who was removing some of the hyacinth that's here, and Casper was saying that that's a local resident. It just sort of like shows you how community members in this particular community are rallying together to ensure that this dam actually does remain clean. I just want now to show you that we're starting to see a whole lot of activity now on the dam. You can see people are just having fun, Unati. And this is something that we haven't seen in a long time. And this is also something that Casper was talking about, that they haven't seen this kind of activity in a long time. With hyacinth now having cleared, we're starting to see people coming to enjoy themselves. In fact, I saw many vehicles on the main street, Unati, seem to be coming from where you are in Gauteng, starting to come and enjoy this part of the world.